understand it because of my language barrier, and I have a hard time to hear your voice also. But I'm glad that I have Cindy here and his, her follower to translate. I really appreciate your translation. Um, and I'm very thankful to be here, to hear your Dhamma talk, really wide and deep. I didn't practice too much about meditation, but I know that I need to thoughtful and practice more to be detached from what I attach to. So right now I have really suffering about my family, my relatives, especially that's my mom. She got dementia, and I'm trying to dealing with that day by day. My angry build up time to time, make me really worse, and sometimes I have to dealing with a lot of stress from work, from the communities, and especially from my family. But I'm grateful that I always have Dharma to teach me how to handle with those sufferings. I know that even though my practicing it doesn't deep enough, like you try to teach us today, it's some really high level. But like you say, it time just to be the right time. It help us to overcome and to deal with sufferings, to be less sufferings.
To detach from suffering also. To detach from.
Yeah. Là xin hỏi hay là không có yeah. I hope that, but I know that I still not detaching from that yet. I'm trying to, because the angry build up from the build up day by day and time by time. When I live with my mom with dementia, it's really high up that sometimes I just want to leave the house. I don't want to stay with her at all. And I just say with Cindy that, if I leave her, how can she can survive in this society? Because she doesn't know anything right now. So those treatment is really good for me, because somehow I still observe that what the Dhamma teach me, especially through the Sangha, through sorry, I forgot your name. Yeah, Sayadaw Ottamattara. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not really good with the names. So as you know, in the U.S., we don't have a lot of truth, Dhamma talk. And I'm really grateful that until now, I'm still really strong belief in the Dhamma, Sangha, and Buddha. Every time that I'm able to meet the real Sangha, I'm really grateful for that. Because I'm thinking that something I'm suffering maybe um, maybe release. Like this morning, I have heard you share about most of people meditators. They love to be a meditator, not real meditators. So that is really happened in where I live right now. They're not a meditator, but just generally a Buddhist follower. And I always wish that my strong belief in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha forever. And I also thank you for my mom, who is bring me to this path when I was a kid. And she's still with me until now, even though she got dementia. But I'm grateful because she still have ability to remember those Dhamma or sutras. That I think that's a power of the Dhamma also. So when the first time, I just want to share regarding to the Dhamma tour here. That's something like interesting to me because Cindy's sharing about she go the group gonna go to no, so khất thực go arms, yeah. That's our Vietnamese traditional does. When I was in Vietnam, I have seen that, but I rarely to see that in U.S. So that's why I'm really surprised. When you still able to do it in U.S. That's something new. That maybe we can stress out the Buddhism. But I also a little bit worried about that because you know that is in America some crazy mind. We never know what's gonna happen. And I live at stay on work because like the pace of the teaching it kind of slow for me. I know that meditation is supposed to be calmful, but we don't have a lot of time like in this society, so we have just certain time. And I just want to contribute to the Dharma tour. Sometimes like people they just have a certain time to arrange to visit the Dharma tour, but the time limited. Um, and a change often make us not follow up to give out the information because I know that we try to filter the good seed better than like just a common people. But at least if we can get the common people in, they get something in their mind, and then they can become dedicate follower later. Um, and I also sometimes I have in my mind that this is the translator and in English and Vietnamese is really interesting to me. But before I I attend to a couple different retreat, the pace kind of like faster, and we don't have spend a lot of time for translator and waiting. Um, to so so that with the experience regarding to the meditation, the retreat today, meditation, I can see the different um, the way that you're teaching us. You comparing really opposite all the thought. Like you compare like we have to silent light or soft as we do in the actions. That's something that I never think about that. Kind of really opposite. Like we just compare the ant and the elephant. Like, and that is something really new for me. I'm really open mind about that, and that's why I'm really grateful to stay here and hear your Dharma talk. But also because my English is limited, and my language in Vietnamese is not good at enough. So I just think about I rather to stick with what I'm used to. I'm- because I feel like I don't have much time for it. I know that's it, the wrong thought, but it was in my mind. I rather to take something like faster, and I don't want to take a lot of challenge. I don't know. That's what in my mind saying. So the thought it keep come and goes. You know, the wild thought, and you know, like you say, we need a meditator, um, the meditator teachers, to have us on this journey. I think absolutely right, because we have a lot of we have a lot of thought rising every moment, and sometimes we don't know that's a good or bad, and we need to ask. And sometimes I'm afraid to ask because sometimes I thought, oh, that we need to practice. We need to practice. We cannot ask every question like that, because bottom line, you need to practice and enlightenment by yourself. But if you have the old teachers that you can talk one-on-one, maybe it's easier than like sharing in the group of the people. But I also think, okay, when you share a group of people, like we never know that maybe help us also. So that's what the thought. It just keep going, can keep going like that. Uh, and just only the meditation that I can sit down and listen to my thought a lot, but also I'm confused by myself because it just keep back and forth with the thought and chasing the mind that I I don't know the right direction, honestly, because I don't have my own any own teachers. Because I feel like, oh, everyone will say, you know, the same thing, like we need to practice. And I still want to practice, but I couldn't practice because a lot of reason. Okay, I blame on because I don't have much time. Again, thank you very much for your presence today and give us the Dharma talk. And I hope that it's really helpful for everyone. Um, and I appreciate all of the presence of the Sangha here. Let's have the Buddhist community stronger than ever, and have all the people who are suffering. Maybe they know the Buddhism, to have their life better. Thank you very much.
You will go Armstrong tomorrow at about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Where's the place? Do you know?
It's 20 minutes from here.
20 minutes.
Chỉ có thể tham gia cái tập that you can see Armstrong. You're gonna stand there. I will show you. I will send you the address so you can go tomorrow.
We used to go Armstrong in California and also in Houston. Yeah, we will try to do so.
But do you have a thought about, you know, in the danger that when you do the arms, have you have any thought about that? How you gonna deal with that? Do you have any thought to deal with beforehand it happened? What you gonna deal with? Thing gonna happen when you go for that? Because I know that in the U.S. it's kind of like different. But for Lucky Dad, we just have work for peace.
Yes,
So it may be a little bit
familiar.
yeah, familiar with the people, but you know, work for peace, those people have cancer to them also.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can't really trust some person word, everything like maybe happen on the street that you never know. Have you thought about in action how you deal with that?
I'm skillful in detachment. I used to go Armstrong. While in COVID pandemic time, I used to go Armstrong. While there are boycotts to the government. But I continue going Armstrong for over 20 years continuously. So, teaching meditation, going Armstrong, conducting meditation retreat, and starting new meditation center are not difficult for me. I used to do like this for over many years continuously. If I attach, I am not safe. Because I can detach, I am safe. Attachment is the real enemies, problems. Practicing meditation is controlling or training the mind to be stable and pure. Even if we are facing with angry mind, doubtful mind, we can detach and we can reduce the anger and doubt. In this way, we are safe. If we attach on anger and doubt, we are not safe. Very simple, but really powerful to solve all the problems. Not only problems concerned with human beings, but also problems concerned with natural disaster. We have over 100 meditation centers around the world. We already experienced natural disaster, civil war, bombing, firing, but we are safe most of the time. We are also traveling like this with big group of people. One trip after another. After US trip, there will be Malaysian trip. We will do the same with big group of people, Vietnamese, Myanmar, Westerner, maybe 80 or 90 group of people. After that, we will travel in Myanmar. There are many Devava centers in Myanmar. That's why traveling in Myanmar is more easy than the other countries. So you can understand, so you can be the more family members of the power center also in the future. So we can work together. You need me, so also we need you to do good deeds together. In this way, doing good deeds will be spreading around the country, around the world more and more.
Tiara, can you give her some guidance regarding her mom's situation?
How long is your mother suffering from dementia?
So I believe that she has suffering for a while, but we just got diagnosed from the doctors in 2024. But before that, before COVID, we had suffering already. That's why I decided to leave the house for a while. But at that time, I don't know that she got diagnosed with a dementia yet. Since 2024, that's the time that the doctor able to diagnose with that.
How old is your mother?
70. My mom over there. She.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, bị bệnh. Yeah.
No, not much serious. I met with many serious patients.
Yeah.
So your mother is better than most
Yep.
of the patients.
Yeah, because that the lucky thing that we able to recognize it early, and then I able to help her during the her journey. The doctor say if I couldn't help her, so that the disease gonna go down really fast. So right now we just try to like slow down the progress of the disease. Um, but she cannot recognize as she have the disease, and nobody able to recognize it because kind of like early stage, and it's just something like blocked in her brain that she cannot have ability to do some certain things like she familiar before, but now she cannot do it. But she doesn't recognize that.
She still recognizes you? She still recognizes?
Yeah, luckily that yes, she still recognized me, but she kind of forgot and mixed up my name. She forgot my brother's name. She don't want to talk, and she kind of like isolated, don't want to talk with, even though that my family, my brother. And you know, some kind of weird thing, like especially in their daily life, like phone, she know how to use it, for she doesn't know it at all. She keep blaming, she did, but she cannot remember. She just blaming us that you did it, you did it. And she messed up her brand, her her father with her husband. Yeah, yeah, kind of confusing. But you know, it's just like a tiny thing that you cannot recognize until that people thought that just because she's getting old. But luckily that I feel like it doesn't right for her because she were in high school and it cannot have that situation happen. And I take her to go to MRI they have to do scanning on her brain and find out that she got dementia. And the doctor really surprising because I able to notice that. Because rarely people in the early stage able to notice that.
Exactly, exactly. And then, as you said, it progresses very fast.
Yeah,
all the time.
right. If we don't have the relative help them, so it's really go down real quickly, go down the hill. And sorry, I would like to ask you, how can I detect from my mother? Because I have really strong attack from my mother, because that's my mother. um, she take care of me for a while. Well, I mean, when I was young, she already take care of me and quit the job because I'm got sick. Now, I just share with Cindy, and they say maybe it's time for you to take care of that because of the karma.
Luciano, she often feels very angry because she has, conflicts with her mom and take care of her mom. But she doesn't receive any help from her sister, which live close by. So it's stressful for her to take care of her mother alone. That's why she often feels very angry.
You are angry because you have angry. You have anger. You are angry because you are destined to be angry. If you don't have anger, you will not be angry. If you can detach from yourself and your anger, you will not be angry, for sure. So not much concern with your mother and with your sister who are not helping you. Your own anger is mostly concerned with you. You must detach from yourself and your anger. So if you can detach, you don't need to be angry with anyone. If you can detach from yourself and your anger, you can help your mother to detach from herself and her anger also. That is the most needed for her. You have time, you are still young, but your mother is old. She don't have much time. She needs to detach from herself urgently. Therefore, you need to practice mindfulness and detachment seriously, especially for your mother. She is suffering like this because of her attachment. If she can detach, she can be better, for sure. I'm helping to the patient to detach from themselves. So if she can listen to my teaching from YouTube, she will be helpful to detach from herself. But you are more easy to learn from me and to practice according to my teaching. In this way, you can help your mother. You can you can, if you are changing your mind, you can help your mother to change her mind. The more you are detaching from yourself, the more you can help your mother to detach from herself. In this way, she can be better and better. With this right understanding, I allow many old and sick people to stay in the power center. Nearly every day, at least 2 or 3 old and sick people are sent to the power center in Myanmar because they are difficult to survive by themselves in the society. Nearly 1 or 2 people are dying in the power center. Now, the power center, Tanlin, is 18 years old. Within 18 years, over 6,000 people already died. Over 3,000 is resident of the power center. Another 3,000 is from Dhamma Hospital. Patients from Dhamma Hospital are from the society. Because of opening the power center in Myanmar, many Myanmar peoples, including some of the Vietnamese and foreigners, are easy to survive and to die also. If you are not fortunate, you are really difficult to live and even to die. The power center is doing the greater good deeds for over 18 years continuously. That's why nothing is difficult in the power center. If you are difficult to stay at home with your mother, you can come and stay in the power center in California, and then it will be better for your mother and for you. There are many good points concerned with the power center.
Thank you for your suggestions. The thing is, my mom doesn't understand other language, just only Vietnamese, and that's my concern also. I know that I can depart from her and go anywhere, but I feel like that's not a good way to do so. It's kind of like you say, it's really easy for me to stay in the center and just leave my mom alone. But I feel like
No, he said to bring her and live with you at Tabawa Center.
Yes, you both can stay together in the Power Center, California. This is for testing or introducing to your mother about meditation center. She can improve more quickly in the meditation center. So meditation is mostly concerned with the mind. That's why no need language. She don't need to understand English language. She just need to have connection with the mind of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. She can listen to my teaching even if she don't understand English language or Myanmar language. But by listening to my teaching, her mind can recharge. The power of mindfulness and detachment can be charging for her mind by listening to my teaching. We understand to recharge from the electrical power, so also we can recharge from the power of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha by connecting like this. No need cable, just need understanding.
But how to understand without the language?
The mind, there is connection among the minds of human beings and animals also. When I was young, I was bitten twice by the dogs because I attached on the reminding by the owner of the dogs. The dog can bite. Warning by in most of the house in Myanmar, there is warning about the dogs. The dogs can bite, like beware of the dogs. But I attached on biting of the dog. That's why I was afraid at that time. Because of my fear of the dogs, I was bitten twice. When I started practicing meditation, I am able to aware of my fear, worry, doubt, greed. In this way, I can reduce my worry, fear. Besides, I practice not only by myself and not only in the meditation center. I practice at home, in the market, in driving. That's why I became more and more skillful to practice mindfulness and detachment. And that's why when I was in public area or in other monastery, there are many dogs, cats. But I don't need to speak, I don't need to shout to the dogs. I just need to detach from my mind. When I met with the dogs, the mind of the dogs and my mind are connected. In this way, if I was bitten by the dog because at that time I was afraid of the dog. That's why the dog also afraid of me. In this way, to protect himself, he beat me. Because of practicing meditation, I came to understand like this. That's why I need nothing. I do nothing with the dogs. I just control my mind to be stable and peaceful. In this way, the mind of the dog became peaceful, and then we are not enemies anymore. We can be together. Without feeling fear of each other. In this way, as a monk in Myanmar, there are many dogs. Dogs in the street, dogs in the house, or in the monastery, but no more beating by the dogs. Although I am meeting with the dogs, most of the dogs are strangers to me. I am stranger to them, so also they are stranger to me, but we are not enemies anymore. We may not be friendly because I don't want to be familiar with the dogs. That's why I stay by myself. In this way, the dog will stay by themselves. No friends, no enemies. That's why I'm safe with them, so also they are safe with me. So really simple. This is no language between men and dogs. This is the same for your mother. She don't need her mind. She may need to understand, but her mind don't need to understand English and Myanmar language. The mind are like the virus. The virus can spread from one person to another by themselves. So also the mind, the power of the mind can spread from one mind to another automatically. So your mother need to listen my teaching most of the time. In this way, her mind will be more and more healthy and wealthy for sure.
Just a question regarding to that you just explained. So, for example, if a baby or a kid with the neglect of the ignorant, so they don't have a fear to get bite from the dog, right? But why the dog still come and bite them? You know, because like you just explained,
Yes?
if we don't have a fear when the dog bite us, so we will have a connection. So with the kid, they don't have that fear either. So the fear between the kid and the fear like an adult with the meditation, that's different, or it will be the same.
No, you don't understand about unconscious mind. There is fear in the unconscious mind of the baby. Besides, there is attachment on beating of the dog. That's why that attachment is the cause of beating by the dog to the baby.
So regarding her mom, you're saying that as long as she practiced meditation continuously and seriously and listened to your Dhamma teaching with the detachment from self, from whether she understands the language or not, from fear, from worry, from doubt, then she can still understand like subconsciously, right? even without understanding the language?
Sure. My teaching is not easy to understand even for Myanmar people, but many old and sick people are listening to my teaching even if they don't understand the real meaning of my teaching, but it is useful. Only by listening like this, with practicing as much as they can, after a few months or a few years later, they came to understand my teaching. If they can practice seriously and continuously, they can understand within a short time. But because of their old age and sickness, they are difficult to practice continuously and seriously. That's why they used to listen, not only my teaching, they can listen the teaching of other meditation master. Listening the Dhamma nearly all the time is common in the meditators of Myanmar. So they are listening nearly all the time. They could not practice all the time, but they are easy to listen nearly all the time. In this way, they can reduce their ignorance and attachment, and then they can understand more and more clearly. In this way, they are satisfied. Because to understand the real meaning of Dhamma is really difficult. Although they are difficult to practice seriously, they attach to listen most of the time. Like some of the young men and women, they used to listen to music nearly all the time because of attachment on music. But listening music cannot decrease our greed, anger, and delusion. But listening the Dhamma can reduce our ignorance and attachment for sure. Because in my teaching, there is power. The power of mindfulness and detachment behind my teaching is really strong. I use that power more than the power of the works or language. I understand more than I can teach. So my teaching is not complete. My understanding is much more complete. That's why I use that understanding. And I can do many good deeds more than I can explain. I am busy most of the time by doing good deeds. Using smartphone is also doing good deeds. I'm answering the question, I'm solving the problem, I'm making decision. In this way, only by using smartphone, I can solve the problems of the other people in other country by using online. I use the power of merits in my teaching and in my answering the question like this. By listening to my teaching, you are receiving the power of merits and understanding. It will reduce your ignorance or not understanding and not believing in doing good deeds. This is copying from the power of the mind. Even the dogs in the Maho, some of the dogs, they used to come to not to listen, because they cannot understand language, but they can feel the power of the mind while they are listening to my teaching. That's why even some of the dog came to the Mahor to why I was teaching, but the dogs are fighting with each other. That's why in the long term they are not allowed to enter the Mahor because they are fighting with each other inside the Mahor. Therefore, meditators are disturbed with the dogs.
Sorry, just wanted to ask questions about how to control my anger. I mean, somehow I know that the evil thought is coming when I have anger at that moment. I know that moment I should detect from the anger, but I still not control it. The evil thought always wins. It's you have to spit it out. You have to do something to show that you anger.
What is the main cause of anger?
Something is really tiny, something really big thing or build up from time to time. But I think like right now, I even though have the anger with little things, even though when I talk to my mom, I say I don't have. It seems like I feel like I don't have patience with my mom anymore, and that spread out to other people too. When I deal with other people, I feel that the anger is spread out to the other people. I don't know. I still have some anger in there. For example, like I say one time, 2 times, and the 3rd time I'm getting mad.
For what object? Not understanding or making mistake or
All of that. All of that. I have a combination of
Like many things combined together.
Whatever doesn't go in your
especially with
sorry,
whatever doesn't go in your way.
it doesn't go.
If it doesn't go in your way, you get angry.
if so you should detach from your way. No, I not my way. You are attaching on, if you are attaching on discipline, you will be angry with the people who are not following the discipline. If you are attaching on cleanness or tidiness, you will be angry with the people who are not cleaning and tidy, like that. So you, because of attachment on something or someone, you need to be angry. So you, if you are detaching from what you attach more, or if you are detaching from what you attach most, there will be less and less angry. Grasping use is wrong. You are grasping, this is right. That's why if you think something wrong, you will be angry. So if you are not grasping something or someone as good, you don't need to be angry. Trying to accept right as right, wrong as wrong, good as good, bad as bad. Not grasp, this is right, or that is wrong.
So, with the explanation you gave it to us, I think I know the divide, but it's hard to come for the action. It like, okay, I don't.
If you are difficult to practice, you can follow our trip. That is the easiest way. In this way, you will be easy to detach from yourself. In order to detach from yourself, you must do what you can do. You must understand what you can understand. This is the most effective detachment from ourselves. In this way, many people are following me nearly all the time because they are difficult to detach by themselves. By following the trip, they can see attachment of many people and then more easy to detach from their own attachment. You can follow to Georgia like that. Even a few days, you can learn a lot. This is teamwork to detach, in practicing detachment. Really effective and powerful. More easy to detach. If you understand the way of detachment, you can practice by yourself more easily. Besides, you can ordain for short time as a nun. This is also the best detachment from yourself. You are attaching yourself as a lay person. That's why you are difficult to detach. If you change your life as a nun, more easy to detach from your life of a lay person, from your life and your mind of a lay person. In this way, more and more Myanmar and Vietnamese are ordaining as a monks and nuns. Really effective. You must dare to test. If you dare to test like this, you are easy to be. You are easy not to be a lay person. The life of a nun is many good points, better than a lay person. Many chance of doing good deeds. If you understand, you will never disrobe.
So you just started again this tape. We are all victims of this story.
I'm teaching about detachment. I'm trying to change her mind.
Sure.
Her life is not important.
But you're right.
There are many lay people in the society, not much monks and nuns. Because of strong attachment on the life of a lay person. Because of strong attachment, we need to detach.
From here to Georgia is about 4 hours.
Yes, 5 hours, not too far.
No, good enough. We have some people with anger also and with attachments.
Something is better than nothing, for sure.
You will see this. You are not alone like this.
Yeah.
Others
Your mother can also follow
Food for
if she
all.
can.
So I really appreciate that. But like you say, the thought is just like I just sharing the thought in my thought just come and go, and I still detect to my mom a lot.
This is the same for all, not only for you. But we can detach. That's why we can leave our parents at home. If you are doing like us, you are easy to detach from your mother for sure. Don't worry for that. You are not alone attaching to the mother.
And from your mother, it is easier to detach because she is not very nice now to you. My mother was always very nice to me, and I had to detach from a nice mother.
But she don't have the cognitive enough, so that
Sadu says you can take the mother with you wherever you go. No, she doesn't see the solution. You wanted to talk.
Try đi. Vậy thì em đi thốt với mẹ.
So you have done
Look,
all of
she's
you,
excited.
so you don't have to worry about
Your
that.
mom is excited cho mẹ thôi, giống như lựa cho mẹ vậy đó, mình chăm
This
sóc mẹ
is
thì mình
just
sẽ yêu thương mẹ.
examples of done. Everything is done.
no, she don't understand anything.
She feels. She's feeling.
She doesn't know what happened right now.
But she can feel your feelings. When you were upset before, she was upset, but now when you're happy, she's happy. Your mind and your mother's mind is connected.
She's saying her daughter is really difficult to take off from work. That's why she can't go. She always.
Em đi là mẹ đi.
I mean, you just drive the car to Georgia with your mom, and
I'm not a good driver. I'm not a good driver. I'm really bad.
Yes, you can follow with our car.
Yeah. Có thể yeah.
Chị có muốn nói với thầy gì không?
suy nghĩ đi, suy nghĩ.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Let her think.
You have a night. For your thoughts to
Couple
come
of
and go,
hours to
come and
think.
go.
Yeah, my thought really not stable right now,
That's
and
where you need to go.
If your mind is stable, you don't need to follow us.
We are not afraid of
I
anyone.
will go in spirit right now. Of course, yeah.
Come to show us your anger, we will show you our
Really? That is sound really good. I really love to get advice. Okay, because you have to stay with me and my mom to see how I get anger.
But this is the Barwa. That's why you need to talk. You need to come. This is nature.
This will only train us better.
Teamwork.
So maybe I'll summarize it and then translate to Vietnamese. Chị tên gì? Tên Ti hả? Dạ, con xin dịch lại cái sự chia sẻ của chị Ti một chút. Thì chị có chia sẻ thứ nhất là chị cảm thấy rất là biết ơn thầy và tăng đoàn, bởi vì những cái gì mà chị đã học được trong những ngày vừa qua. Và chị cũng có chia sẻ một cái tình huống cá nhân. Dạ, thì chị có một cái tình huống đó là hiện tại thì chị đang cảm thấy có một vài cái đau khổ trong cuộc sống của mình mà nó có liên quan tới những người xung quanh chị, ví dụ như là những người thân của chị và cả cái tình huống với mẹ chị nữa, bởi vì mẹ chị thì bị mất trí nhớ. Thì mặc dù là chị đã rất là cố gắng chăm sóc cho mẹ, nhưng mà bởi vì chị chỉ chăm sóc mẹ một mình thôi và không có ai hỗ trợ chị cả, cho nên là đôi khi thì chị cảm thấy có những cái khó khăn và bế tắc nhất định trong cuộc sống. Thì chị hỏi thầy là làm cách nào để có thể xả ly khỏi mẹ của mình, hoặc là làm sao để có thể xả ly khỏi cái tình huống trong cái cuộc sống hiện tại như vậy. Thì đây là câu trả lời của thầy. Thầy trả lời rằng là bạn tức giận bởi vì là sự tức giận ở trong bạn. Bạn tức giận bởi vì bạn dính mắc với việc tức giận. Nếu như mà bạn không dính mắc với sự tức giận thì bạn chắc chắn sẽ không tức giận. Nếu như bạn không thể xả ly thì bạn chắc chắn sẽ tiếp tục tức giận. Mẹ của bạn hay là người chị của bạn, người mà không giúp đỡ bạn chăm sóc mẹ thì không phải là vấn đề. Vấn đề nằm ở bạn. Bạn cần phải xả ly khỏi cơn tức giận của chính mình. Nếu như bạn có thể xả ly khỏi chính mình và cơn tức giận của bạn thì bạn cũng có thể giúp cho mẹ bạn xả ly khỏi chính bản thân bà ấy và cơn tức giận của bà. Đây là cách hữu hiệu nhất để giải quyết những vấn đề như thế này. Bây giờ thì bạn còn trẻ, bạn vẫn còn có thể tu tập và giúp cho bà, nhưng mà bà thì đã già rồi. Đây chính là lý do mà bạn cần phải thực hành thiền với sự chánh niệm và xả ly, đặc biệt là cho bản thân bạn và cho cả mẹ của bạn nữa. Bà ấy bị như thế này đó là bởi vì sự dính mắc của chính bà ấy. Nếu như bà ấy có thể xả ly khỏi chính bản thân mình cũng như sự dính mắc của chính mình thì bà cũng sẽ ổn. Đây là điều chắc chắn. Thầy đã giúp rất nhiều những bệnh nhân như thế này. Và ngoài ra thì thầy cũng có khuyên chị là thực hành thiền và cũng như là nghe pháp nhiều hơn. Thì bằng cách này thì chị cũng có thể giúp được cho mẹ của chị để mà có thể thay đổi tâm trí của bà. Bạn càng có thể xả ly khỏi bản thân bạn bao nhiêu thì bạn càng có thể giúp cho mẹ bạn xả ly khỏi bản thân bà ấy bấy nhiêu. Đây là cách để giúp cho bà ấy có thể trở nên tốt hơn. Với sự hiểu biết đúng đắn như thế này, thầy đã cho phép rất nhiều người già và người bệnh ở trung tâm Tabawa. Mỗi một ngày thì hầu như là có 2 đến 3 người già và bệnh được gửi đến trung tâm Tabawa ở Miến Điện, bởi vì rất khó khăn cho họ để có thể tồn tại được bởi bản thân họ trong xã hội. Một số người thì cũng đã mất ở trung tâm Tabawa. Trong 18 năm qua thì đã có hơn 6.000 người chết ở trung tâm Tabawa. 3.000 người là thường trú dân ở trung tâm và 3.000 người khác thì được gửi đến từ các bệnh viện Pháp. Dạ vâng. Bởi vì thầy mở những trung tâm Tabawa ở Miến Điện như thế này mà nhiều người, bao gồm cả người Việt, người Miến và người nước ngoài, có thể dễ dàng tồn tại được và họ cũng có thể dễ dàng để chết. Nếu như mà bạn không may mắn thì có lẽ là bạn đã khó để có thể sống và thậm chí là chết. Trung tâm Tabawa đã làm rất nhiều thiện pháp trong suốt 18 năm và chính vì vậy thì không có gì là khó khăn đối với trung tâm cả. Nếu như mà bạn cảm thấy khó khăn khi ở nhà với mẹ của bạn thì bạn có thể di chuyển và đến Tabawa ở California. Bằng cách này thì mọi thứ sẽ trở nên tốt hơn cho cả bạn và mẹ của bạn. Ở trung tâm Tabawa thì có rất nhiều điều tốt. Thì có nghĩa là thầy đang đưa ra một cái giải pháp hoặc là một cái đề xuất, đó là chị và mẹ của chị thì có thể đến trung tâm Tabawa của thầy ở California để mà sinh sống một thời gian. Thì khi mà ở trong một cái môi trường mà có tăng ni cũng như là có cái sự thực hành như vậy thì nó sẽ tốt hơn cho bản thân chị và cả mẹ của chị nữa. thì chị có chia sẻ với thầy đó là cái điều này thì nói dễ nhưng mà để làm được và nó khó. Và đặc biệt là nó còn liên quan đến vấn đề là mẹ của chị thì không có biết các cái thứ tiếng khác và chỉ biết tiếng Việt mà thôi. Thì thầy trả lời: hành thiền thì chủ yếu là làm việc với tâm trí, không cần có ngôn ngữ, chỉ cần sự kết nối trong tâm trí với Phật, Pháp và Tăng. Cô ấy, có nghĩa là mẹ của chị, có thể nghe Pháp thậm chí khi cô ấy không hiểu được ngôn ngữ này. Bằng cách nghe Pháp thì cô ấy có thể xả ly khỏi chính bản thân của mình và cô có thể hiểu được nhờ sự kết nối ở trong tâm. Tâm thì nó cũng giống như là virus vậy, nó cũng giống như là vi khuẩn vậy. Tự nó cũng sẽ tản rộng ra và một cái tâm trí thì cũng có thể được kết nối với một cái tâm trí khác một cách tự động như thế này. Thì bằng cách này thì mẹ của chị có thể nghe Pháp và hiểu được, thậm chí không biết ngôn ngữ. Và bằng cách này thì tâm trí của bà cũng sẽ trở nên khỏe mạnh và ổn định hơn. Dạ, và thầy còn có thêm một cái đề xuất, đó là bởi vì ngày mai thì đoàn sẽ đi đến Georgia, cho nên thầy đề xuất với chị là chị và mẹ cũng có thể là tham gia với đoàn, ít nhất là trong cái khóa thiền trong 3 ngày tới.
I think the nun wants to do the offering, and we would like to do the offering also. So should we continue or should we conclude it here?